Hey there, Landrianka, founder of DigitalExplorers.net. Well, are you done living in a society that dictates things that are so unhealthy for us? I just want to share something with you. I've been exploring some really cool subjects, and there are some programs out there with our government and with scientists that have been, let's just say, under wraps for a couple decades, that are so powerful that if we knew about the use of this quantum field that we're discovering every day, just what it really is, nobody will have that answer. You would not be sitting watching this video right now. You would be in a position that you never imagined possible. And learning how to use the powers that you have could place you in a world that you never imagined possible. So let me just explain. There's a CIA document about a study of the quantum power of the mind and how we actually are creating everything, past, present, and future. How they can time travel. Now, you're probably saying this is out there, but hear me out. I'm talking about the energy field that we are that's beyond this body and how we can actually access the intelligent information that is everything. Everyone has access to it. Everyone is it. You're not this body. And if we knew what we were capable of, the things we would do, it'd be mind-boggling. So, do you believe that or not? I believe it. I don't think it's an easy thing to access because we're here on a planet that's quite dense. But I don't believe in limitations. So when I create anything in my life, especially for you, I go in with no limitations. I tell you if there's something you want to do for a living, because I can teach you that. I don't care what it is. We will find a way to monetize it, because if you truly believe in it and you love it, we're going to create something powerful and take it out to the world. Because everything on my platform is planet conscious. In other words, we don't do anything to destroy plants, people, animals. We are here to improve the world, and it's possible. Yet we live in a world that's so destructive, and we continue to do things because we don't believe we hold the powers to change it. We believe that that dictates our lives, when in the actuality, and these studies prove this, our lives are dictating that. And you don't realize until you have that synchronicity moment that there's a real strong connection here. What is this? Well, I'll tell you what it is. It's quantum physics. It is the intelligent energy of all things that appears to be solid, that is illusion, and it has to be illusion, because if this is what you and I were, we'd be eternal. Well, we are, but not in this form. We transition to other things. I don't have these answers, and I'm not telling you have to believe anything I say, but I'm telling you one thing. You hold unbelievable powers, so if you have been holding back on anything in your life you want to achieve, I'm going to ask you why. Because you don't think you can do it. Because somebody's going to tell you you're crazy for thinking you can do it. Well, I've done the crazy you can't do it stuff my entire life. I have been a walking demonstration of the things that you can't do. My first book was a television movie, and the producers said they've never had a first-time writer who owned 100% of their rights go straight to television. That's unheard of, right? But I did it. Why? I never questioned it. Now, it's not easy to do, is to not question yourself, because you're programmed to continually question yourself. You probably have some really great ideas, and I'm willing to bet that you are not pursuing them because you just don't think that it's possible for you to take it to the world or create success through it. Maybe you don't think you can possibly create a business that it's going to change the world. And believe me, this much changes the world if you're doing this much good. If everybody stopped using plastic, right? The billions of plastic bottles will stop going in there. So it just takes one person to stop. That makes a huge shift. And that's quantum physics. In fact, it creates a movement. You have to start that movement in your life. This is the quantum field that's listening to you. You and it are one, so when you do this movement of change, a better job, better relationships, I deserve more. It's okay to be abundant. You can go into that world and create it, because the more you do it, the more you realize it's true, because I believe it. Because there are no limits to what you can do. None. Absolutely none. Right? And you can say, well, that's not true. I'd like to run them 1 minute mile. I'm talking about creating something in your life. We have physical limitations purposely. Half of it's to protect us. Don't jump off a bridge. Yes, you're going to get hurt. But I'm talking about the things that you imagine that you've been told as a kid you could never do. They have established limitations. Who are they? Those who are so programmed by the material world. They have been programmed themselves. So are parents, grandparents. There are rules and regulations that they believe. And if they believe it, they create it for us, and therefore we continue to create it. It has to stop right here. Call us crazy. Actually, nobody's calling us crazy. They're saying, wow, that's really cool. You guys are creating what? You're a coach in a health and wellness events, teaching people's amazing ways to get creative through art. It's just we have a psychic medium out of Australia, and then we have people that are helping kids in education. What's your heart saying to you that needs to change? What's that thing you're passionate about that you say, I wish I could change it? You don't have to be an expert in it. We pull in experts. But if it's your passion, let's do something together, because it's your life and it's our world. And that quantum field is working 24/7, and you are the director of it. And if you believe it, and by the way, when you're around other people that believe it, it becomes more powerful. We can make it happen. I really believe that. I've done it too many times and proven that is the case. And people say, you've got to be kidding. I say, well, the only difference between you and I is I believe it. All right, so are you ready to do that? I think you are. So if you are interested, I have a free webinar and an email list, if you're not already in it, that explains why people are failing. They want things that aren't going to work. They want things that aren't the best for others or themselves. And so therefore, it can't possibly come to fruition. But when you go down that pathway of passion, purpose, positive impact, and profits, you can make it work. And no, life is not an easy trip, but you're going to know that you're on the pathway to where you want to be, not the one out in the woods where you're in the deep, dark forest getting lost and you're thinking, how did I get here? That's how I felt when I was an investment banker. I was like, how did I even get into that career? I would have never chosen. I just went along with things I never should have. It's not too late for you, no matter what your age. If this is a dream of yours, you can use the internet and create something online. You don't have to go into an office, hire people. You don't have to be a business guru. You don't have to know any technology. We're using AI to do everything for us. We're just using our creative space and going to that place where we know this is where we're supposed to be. So sign up for the email or the webinar, take a look at it. Come talk to me if you think you want to explore this, and if not, start thinking about your thoughts and what you're really creating, and if you're limiting yourself in your career, your life, your relationships, everything. It all counts. This is your life. Make it great, because you deserve it. I'll see you in the next video.